Rising up to fight another day. The challenger stands in the way. Though the road is long, our faith will keep us strong. Against the wind, this flame shall never fade. I'm walking for you, brother, running for you, sister, fighting back with every step I take. Together we belong, love soldiers marching on, and we won't slow down until we win this fight. 'Cause it's one dream, one team in the relay for life.
Can you picture a world without cancer? A world where doctors and researchers can focus on serious but less fatal diseases. Where children can choose to be bald, not be told that there is no option other than to watch their hair fall out after chemotherapy. A world where half of the men and a third of the women will never again hear those dreaded words, "You have cancer." And perhaps most importantly, a world where cancer will no longer be one of the leading causes of death in America. If you talk with your parents and grandparents, they can tell you that we have been down this road before. Previous generations have given us a roadmap to guide us in eliminating cancer. Early in the 19th century, infantile poliomyelitis cases reached epidemic proportions. Entire communities were quarantined. Hospitals were over capacity, and fear of contracting the disease modified the daily interaction of our citizens. Even the President of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, was a polio survivor. In 1938, President Roosevelt declared war on polio and formed the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis. He urged Americans to band together to raise money to fund the research necessary to find a cure for this crippling disease. The March of Dimes became the fundraising arm of every community's fight against polio. Millions of dimes were sent to Washington, D.C., where research grants were distributed to promising young researchers. In 1955, Dr. Jonas Salk, researching pursuant to a grant funded by the March of Dimes, discovered a vaccine that immediately changed the face of the battle against polio. Immunizations were given nationwide, resulting in the immediate reduction in polio cases. A few years later, an oral vaccine was discovered which further halted the incidence of polio. The strategy of communities coming together to raise awareness and to provide funding resources was an overwhelming success. 60 years later, there are only 3 nations worldwide that have active cases of polio, thanks primarily to the March of Dimes. We are in the middle of another epic battle with a disease affecting millions of Americans each year, the battle to end cancer. When you join the Relay for Life team, you are joining forces with individuals, teams, churches, businesses, and community groups walking united to bring cancer to its knees. We are no longer armies of one, but a worldwide force to be reckoned with. Just as polio was defeated by organizing communities and individuals across the nation, we will beat cancer one person, one city, one county, one state, one nation at a time. At Relay for Life, we walk so that the American Cancer Society can fund necessary research, raise cancer awareness, and provide services to individuals and families impacted by cancer. We walk so that the vision of a world without cancer will become a reality. Every year, the communities of Mirada and Whittier have come together to join relayers around the world walking to support the American Cancer Society. This year will be a little different. This will be the first time that the 2 events will be merged together to form one extraordinary regional event. We join together with a common goal to fund the battle against cancer. The primary components that have made Relay for Life the largest and most successful volunteer event in the country will remain. We walk, not run, to symbolize our commitment to victory over cancer. Everyone walks for a different reason. Some to support friends or family currently fighting or who have already defeated cancer. Others walk in the memory of those that have lost their battle. And still others walk with an eye to the future, ensuring that their children, grandchildren, or great-grandchildren will not fall victim to this treacherous disease. Teams and individuals camp out at Splash Aquatic Center and take turns walking, not running, around a path. Each team always has a member on the path, symbolizing the constant fight against cancer. We walk for 24 hours because fighting cancer is a 24-hour-a-day commitment and to symbolize the constant fight being waged by those diagnosed with cancer. In the months leading up to Relay, dedicated volunteers work tirelessly to ensure that Relay will be an event that you will never forget. The La Mirada Whittier Relay for Life event leadership team is fortunate to have over 40 members committed to the promise to bring the people, build the fun, fund the cure. These volunteers are members of your community devoted to making the La Mirada Whittier Relay for Life a life-changing experience, an experience that you will never forget. Following a brief opening ceremony, the more than 200 cancer survivors in attendance will be asked to join together in a ceremonial first lap around the track. They can be identified by their purple survivor shirts, the giant smiles on their faces, and the look of determination that helped them defeat the evil beast. As they walk, the path is lined by thousands of their friends, families, co-workers, and communities, cheering them on in a victory lap, proclaiming that they have won the fight. Every fighter needs strong support in their corner to be successful, and the fight against cancer is no different. Caregivers have made success possible, and therefore the second lap is dedicated to those people who have led, protected, and supported their cancer warriors through the cancer minefield. For the next 23 hours, the path will be walked by participants, young and old, joining together in the spirit of community rarely found in our busy lives. They walk, not run, to show the love and support for those in their lives who have been touched by cancer. Throughout the event, there are entertainment and activities sponsored by individual teams and the event leadership team. The City of La Mirada graciously opens their arms to all of the participants by opening the water slides and water features. Representative Linda Sanchez has sponsored the costs of operating the zero-depth pool so that people of all ages can enjoy wading and playing in this feature. The main stage, sponsored by the La Mirada Community Foundation, is the site of a wide variety of entertainment. There are live bands, singing, dancing, and contests. At dusk, there's an authentic Hawaiian luau performance by the renowned group Glory of Paradise. In the afternoon, the teams cruise for a cure, with each team decorating a Road to Recovery card to epitomize the mission of their team and to honor those for whom they relay. There's a Relay Queen contest where participants decorate a member of their team using pre-selected props. If you sense a bit of friendly competition between teams, you'd be right. The track is lined with booths, where each team conducts raffles and other fundraising events to help them raise their fundraising goals. Old friends gather together, renew friendships, and develop new friends. Relay is an opportunity to spend time with people that can forever change your life. Relay for Life is fun, even if we don't run. As night falls, the mood slowly changes from a more festive tone to a slightly more somber mood. Darkness provides an opportunity to reflect on those that we have lost to cancer while still celebrating those that are currently battling cancer or who have previously been declared cancer-free. The walking track is lined with luminarias. Each luminaria represents a tribute to someone who has been affected by cancer. Some honor those brave survivors, while others thank the caregivers who have joined hands and supported their cancer warrior. Following a luminaria ceremony and slide presentation, the luminarias are lit as a bagpiper leads a silent memorial lap. This represents a few of the most meaningful emotional moments during Relay. It's that moment during Relay where remembrance and hope come together. It's not only a time to reflect and grieve for those that we've lost to cancer, but also to share the vision that tomorrow brings the hope of a world that is cancer-free. The emotions of that moment will be permanently embedded in your memory. As the sun rises in the morning, solitary walkers move as a silent army, marching ever closer to victory. Campsites begin to stir as tired relayers slowly make their way back to the track. They are greeted by the sweet smell of strong coffee, pancakes, and sausages prepared by the La Mirada Kiwanis Club. The crowd reassembles at the stage to join together in and to reaffirm their commitment to return each year until a cure is discovered. After a final lap, shared memories, hugs, and handshakes, these committed cancer fighters vow to continue their fight, meeting again soon to begin planning next year's Relay for Life. The Relay for Life of La Mirada and Whittier is known for having the best relay venue in the world. The only way to know what relay is all about is to experience it firsthand, to be a part of this boots-on-the-ground movement to end cancer. So come join us as a participant, as a team from your church, school, or place of employment. Form a team to honor those family members that have experienced the anguish of losing a loved one or the joy of having beaten cancer. Become a corporate sponsor or donate to help a team or individual meet their fundraising goal. Help us celebrate more birthdays as we create more survivors. Perhaps most importantly, help us create a world for our children and our children's children where they will never hear the words, "You have cancer." Contact us today so that we can connect you with the Relay for Life ambassador. We look forward to seeing you and sharing the experience that is Relay for Life.